Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
I would say don't rely on somebody else to come and spoon feed you with the knowledge and stuff. You have to be proactive at your end as well. And
Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of Know Your Alumni. Today we have Aseem Parashar with us. Hi Aseem, how are you?
all right. How about you?
I'm good. So to all those who do not know much about him, he has done his BTech in biotechnology. Then to pursue his higher studies, he has done his MTech from the very first batch of NIFTM. He has worked in a honey processing plant. Then he, along with his family, shifted to USA. There he worked in a number of food companies. Then he wanted to switch his career, so he did an online course in computer science. So currently he is working in an Indian-based IT company, Mindtree, Florida. This was a small introduction of a great and successful NIFTMine. We are proud to have an alumni like you, Aseem. So Aseem, what have been your experiences as a first batch student of NIFTM?
First of all, thank you for inviting me for this interview, and thanks for that brief introduction that you went over. Being from the first batch has its own perks, and on the downside is since the things were still in their infancy, NIFTM, we saw NIFTM growing up from the bottom up. At that point, even some courses were not set in stone. They changed the course content while we were still studying those same courses. But I would say overall it was a lot of fun. I met with a lot of brilliant students from all across the country. Overall it was a really good experience.
How has NIFTM helped you grow as an individual?
So, like I said, the institution was still growing up. So, being from the first batch, we were involved in a lot of setting up a lot of societies, which are now fully functional, like the placement committee. Then we were part of organizing teams for the international conferences, the first international conference that was organized. So there were a lot of leadership roles that we got. Besides that, we had a village adoption program. So you go out and meet with the villagers. And I was lucky enough that I was going to the same village that I was a part of. Besides that, I was selected for a student exchange program. I went to the Kansas State University for 3 weeks. That was another fun experience. I did some project on sensory analysis. Then I did my internship from actually Coca-Cola India, the corporate headquarters. That was another great experience. Had it not been NIFTM, I think I would not have got the opportunities like this. So I would thank NIFTM for that.
What made you change your career from the food sector to the IT sector? Like initially you've done your BTech in biotechnology, then your MTech in food technology, and now in a very different sector. So what made you change it?
So what happened was when I was in India, like you mentioned, I worked for almost 10 months at a honey processing plant. I was hired as a management trainee. Then I went on to become an assistant manager production. So after 10 months, my family luckily got their green card approved. So we moved to United States. And I started working for a dietary supplements manufacturer, which is in this Sparks, Nevada region. I worked there. I switched from production to quality because production is more, I would say, it's a more hands-on approach. You have to be on the production floor all the time, and I kind of wanted something different. So when I moved to quality, it's still it's a manufacturing environment. I think after working for 10 months, I moved on to another company, Pacific Cheese, and I worked there for almost three years as a quality lab tech. and I kind of felt like I was doing the same routine work. There was nothing for me to, like if you are in an R&D sector, you have more freedom to do things. But when you are in a set kind of production environment, I was doing the same thing over and over. So it was kind of becoming a monotonous work. So I was looking for a change, and I think when I started working on some of the online programming courses, it kind of drew me towards them. So I thought that I should give it a shot. And it's not like IT is like totally away from manufacturing environment. You look at any manufacturing plant, you will still find IT people in those areas too. So but I would say it totally depends on like your interest level. Since I wasn't getting what I wanted, so I thought maybe uh, change to a different direction, and so far I'm doing good.
Alright, so what is a typical day like for you? Like, how do you begin your day and how do you go on with it?
So since right now like I'm staying home, but like during the normal times, my day would begin like around 7:30 ish, getting my meals ready for the office, and then by 9:30 ish, when I'm in the office, you have to go over like all your work emails. And in IT, there is a like it's IT is a totally different ball game from the food processing sector. Here you have to like we follow an agile approach in that you have to do sprint planning. So the sprint planning is like it spans over 2 weeks. So you decide before the start of 2 weeks like what all activities you have to do throughout that time period, and you have to go for a morning stand up with your team and discuss like if there are any roadblocks for your project or something. uh, and after that half an hour huddle, I begin my day. Whatever task is on my list, I start working on it, and around 5:30 I come back home. There are some days where like you have to stretch out, but that's same for any sector, be it IT sector or food processing sector. So that's kind of sums my day.
What do you love most about your job?
Like I mentioned, like in food industry, I was doing the same work over and over. But in IT, I'm working on some like data engineering kind of projects. I work like my company does a lot of contracting work for Microsoft. So I work on their cloud computing platform called Azure. So every day, like I would not say sorry, every day, like every couple of days, I work on some different activity. Like one day I would be working on say building SQL databases. One day I could be working on a Cosmos database, and so the tasks keep on changing, and I think that's what keeps me going on. So,
Yeah, I think it's a bit interesting if you're doing different things every day.
it's more like a brain work. You have to do a lot of research online, like how to better your code. There are times where like after 2 or 3 days you may be still stuck on the same problem, but that's the fun part. You go ahead and you try to figure out things. uh,
Now, what advice would you give to someone who is considering this type of job?
So what I would say, like this advice has been given to me by my managers as well. So I would say the same thing. Like when you are working in a computer science field, you have to keep on refreshing your knowledge, because the technologies change within a span of couple of months. It's not even years. It takes couple of months to change the technology. The tools get changed. So you have to brush up on your knowledge. You have to make sure that you are up to date with what's happening in the tech side. Otherwise, like you would not even realize how soon you would fade out of market. So keep updating your knowledge. Besides work, you have to do some other outdoor activities, but still you have to keep focused, like learning on your own time. That's the key.
Now, I would like you to give an advice to the Neftamites from your own experiences.
So I would say like teachers are like very important to teach the concepts, but ultimately it falls on the student themselves. Like if they are not doing the effort on their part, whatever knowledge is imparted to you by your teachers or your colleagues won't translate until and unless you apply them somewhere. So say even if you are working in a food plant, make sure you go to the people who are experienced, like try to talk to them, see what all new things are coming up. Try to do, say if you are in the production side, right, you can ask the management to give you some projects. So you have to be more proactive. I would say don't rely on somebody else to come and spoon feed you with the knowledge and stuff. You have to be proactive at your end as well, and I think you will do great when you do that.
In the end, I would just like to ask if I have missed on anything on which you would like to talk about.
You covered most of the aspects. Niftim is like still in a stage of infancy. I would say it still hasn't settled down. But if you look at some of the alumni, how they have got a successful start after going out of Niftim. I would say just keep working hard, and the things will be rosier at the other end.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have a talk with you.
Thank you.